Hello, my amazing YouTube friends. Today I'll be cooking spaghetti, and my mom won't be here with me, so I'll be cooking on my own. Spaghetti is an amazing recipe for children, for everyone of different ages. The majority of people love spaghetti. Now, before I got married, I didn't do much spaghetti, but my husband loves spaghetti. Now, I would watch a lot of YouTube videos to see when the pasta would actually be good enough for me to remove from the pots, or when it would be cooked well. I try the different methods that YouTube would tell me as far as the instructional videos, but it never worked for me until one day I set my timer to exactly 9 minutes, and my husband would tell me, "Oh, wait a minute, it's al dente cook." So I really love it. I really love the way you cooked it. So I always set my timer at 9 minutes. So it's been working for me. I know it's different for everyone, depending on the temperature, depending on the pasta. But I always use this one, Barilla spaghetti pasta. Now it has some instructions on the back or on the side of the box of how long you should boil the spaghetti. There's different types of instructions. I never go with that because for me 9 minutes has always worked. So I'll be opening the box right now, and I'll be putting, as you could tell, it's already boiling, so I'll be putting the pasta in. So let me just set my camera right over here, and I'll be taking the pasta out. Now, I don't add olive oil. It's not necessary. I know that many people are used to adding olive oil because they think that it will be a better way for the pasta to get cooked. But actually, it doesn't really matter. So this is how I learned. Oops, this pasta just came over. So this is how I learned how to put the pasta, by looking at other YouTube videos, and it's very simple. Now what I do add is a pinch of salt. That is very necessary. The salt will actually won't do that much of a difference because the actual water will absorb everything. But I add a pinch of salt. I don't add any olive oil. That's just a waste. For me, that's just a waste of good olive oil, which you could use for something else. So I'll bring that, and as you could tell, I will see it's already boiling. Now I'm going to set the timer at 9 minutes. Oops, there's a lot of vapor there. Oh my. So the timer is already set at 9 minutes. There's a lot of vapor because it's boiling. So I'll be back, and when these 9 minutes are up, and we'll show you how I drain it. Alright guys, see you soon. Alright guys, so I have my pasta here, and now I have my pot there with a little bit of olive oil, which it's heating up quite rapidly. So let me just lower it a little bit, and I'll be putting my meat right there. Now I'll be adding these types of vegetables to my meat sauce. I use a small tomato, purple onion, some cilantro, some green pepper, and some garlic and salt, and other seasonings that I will show you later on in this video. So I'll start cutting the vegetables and come back to show you my meat sauce in action. Right now I have the meat on the pot. You could hear it sizzling. I put a little bit of olive oil right there, and I have already cut my vegetables. I'm going to be using a little bit of cilantro, some diced tomatoes, some purple onions, a little bit of green pepper. Now this is my style. Everybody has a different way of cooking spaghetti, but this is our way. So I'll be using those vegetables, a little bit of garlic, and some other seasoning. So I'll show you as soon as I put all of these vegetables in. I'll show you what seasoning I'll add. Okay? Okay, I've already added my vegetables inside, and you can see it's really colorful right now, and it smells really, really good. So I'll be letting that sizzle for a little bit. At the end, I'll be using this ragu. It's a chunky tomato, garlic, and onion. We don't use any ragu tomato sauce that has meat already or any type of meat on it, because we're already using meats. So we only need like tomato, garlic, and onion. And I'm already adding just one tomato, a small tomato. We love tomatoes, so we just add one tomato to it. So let that sizzle for a little bit. And I'll be adding some seasoning. Of course, salt is very important. So we'll add some salt, just a pinch of salt. Okay, we'll add that there. Okay, let's just lower it a little bit. And I will be adding, normally what I put, let me see here if I find it. I like to put coriander. Now coriander ground. It's a Middle Eastern, well, mostly it's used in the Middle East, but you could find it at any grocery store or Middle Eastern store. And I love coriander. It gives it a really nice taste to the spaghetti. So we'll add a little bit of coriander. Okay. You'll never go wrong with a bit of coriander, trust me. Okay, so we'll let that mix a little bit. Okay, now my husband and I, we really love a little bit of spice, so we put some cayenne pepper into it. So I'll add a little bit of cayenne pepper, not too much. Okay. Little bit of that. Let's just mix that over. Okay. So it smells really good. I wish you could all smell it. It smells really good. And we also add some, let's see here. Some black pepper, a little bit of black pepper right here. Now, the amount that you put, it depends on how much you want on your pasta. We like just a kick of spice into our spaghetti. If you're into a little bit of spice on your food, then this type of recipe is the best for you. Okay, so I'll be mixing that up. So as you can see, I added a little bit of salt, a little bit of cayenne pepper, some coriander, some black pepper that we're in, it's almost finishing. Oh, something very important before I forget is we love to add basil leaves. It gives it an interesting taste. So basil leaves is something that my husband and I like to add quite a lot. Okay, so we'll add some basil leaves. Okay, alright guys, so after I let the meat cook for quite some time, I made sure that the meat was quite cooked. I added the ragu sauce. Now I added the whole jar, and I added just a little bit of water to the jar, just a little bit, and just mixed it, and then just added the little bit of water inside the meat sauce. So I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit. So it's very simple to do. The spices that I used were quite simple. Don't forget your garlic. I used the minced garlic. You could use any type of garlic, but the minced garlic is much easier to use so that you don't go through the hassle of just peeling the garlic. So I'm gonna let that sit. It's already boiling. All right, and I'm gonna put a top on it. Okay, so, oops, let something fall. Okay, so I added, remember I added, I put the olive oil first, then I added the meats. Then after that, I cut some cilantro, some a small tomato like this, some green pepper, some purple onions, and I added into the meats. Let it sizzle, and then I added some garlic. And then after that, I put a little bit of salt, some basil leaves, like this one, some coriander, and some black pepper. And then after I let it sizzle, then I put the sauce on it and just let it stay still for a few minutes until it actually finishes to cook. Just a little bit more, don't leave it for that much of a time, probably just 4 minutes. And then I'll add the pasta that's right about there. I'll add the pasta on top of that meat sauce. So it's gonna come out delicious. It smells really good. I wish you guys smell the spaghetti. And hopefully it turns out good for you guys. All right, let me know. Guys, so 1 minute has passed and it's sizzling hot. It's really, really delicious, so you could see. All right, so now I'll be adding the pasta on top. I'll just place the camera right here so you can see. And I'll drain that first. Okay. So I'm draining the spaghetti from the water, from the cold water that I left inside the bowl, and I'll be adding the pasta. See how easy that was? So there's nothing to it. At first, when I started learning how to make spaghetti, I thought that this was the most difficult thing to do, especially when you don't know exactly when the spaghetti is actually cooked. Now you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of pasta right there, but we usually buy not that much of ground beef. We just love the taste of the salsa on the spaghetti, even when there's not that enough meat. So you see all of the ingredients, from cilantro, a dice of tomato, onions, green pepper, all of the spices that I've added create an amazing combination. Well, so we'll just let that sit for about a minute or two, because the pasta is already cooked, so we don't want to overcook the pasta. All right, and I'll come back and show you the finishing touch of this delicious spaghetti. So, all right guys, so this is the final touch of the spaghetti. It came out really, really good. You see all of the meat right there, and it smells amazing, just to let you know. All right, so you add some Parmesan cheese. It's according to your taste. We add a little bit of Parmesan cheese and a little bit of hot sauce, and it comes out really great. So it's something to think about. Let me know if you guys followed my recipe, or how different of a way did you make your spaghetti. Everyone has a different method. If your method is totally different from mine, that's okay. If that works for you, that's amazing. But this is just one way of doing it. It gives it a real nice kick when you add a little bit of spices and a little bit of cayenne pepper, so it gives it a kick. So it's really delicious. All right guys, thank you for watching my video. We'll be trying to add more recipes, and please subscribe, like, comment on Florida Kitchen. See you guys later. Bye bye.